YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today I got week 2 predictions for this upcoming weekend. Last week I went 4-12 or 4-15. I got 4 games right last weekend. Absolute L. This week we do better. Comment down below who your favorite team is and if you're gonna win. Enjoy the video. For the first game of the week, it's a Thursday night game. We have the Los Angeles Chargers coming off a win to take on the Kansas City Chiefs that are also coming off a win. Mahomes is the front runner for MVP so far. Mahomes is locked in, but Herbert is also locked in. I'm making this pick before I know the status of Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen might be out that game. Same with J.C. Jackson. If they are out, the Chiefs win. If they are out, the Chiefs win. But I'm thinking Keenan Allen's going to play and J.C. Jackson's going to play. I'm going Chargers beat the Chiefs this Thursday night. Chargers lead the division 2-0. For the second game this Sunday, we have the New England Patriots taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are coming off their Super Bowl win. Steelers, you got bailed last week. You should have not have beat the Bengals. The Bengals have a terrible kicker. They should have beat you, okay?
The win. Burrow fires, intercepted, picked off at a pick six. Micah Fitzpatrick is an absolute ball hawk.
Listen, the Steelers, TJ Watt is out for 6 games. Patriots are coming off a loss to the Dolphins. Bill Belichick is pissed off. How do you lose to the Dolphins? The Dolphins are a terrible team. They don't even have a quarterback. Patriots beat the Steelers in week 2. We have the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Colts, they tied last week. Guess who they tied to? The Texans. You tied with the Texans, bro. I thought the Colts were going to be good this year. I thought the Colts were going to be like that this year. But no, I guess Matt Ryan is washed. Jonathan Taylor's not a good running back. That defense is not good. Your best player, Stephon Gilmore, he's old. The Jaguars are coming off a loss to the Washington Commanders, but that's okay. Jaguars did really good in that game. Listen, Carson Wentz is a top 20 quarterback. Carson Wentz is a demon. Curtis Samuel, that Chase Young on defense, they got a good D. I got Jaguars beating the Indianapolis Colts in week 2.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
Jaguars are home, by the way. Jaguars will win the division.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
I changed my mind. Before the season, I said the Colts would win the division. Not now. Now, they tied the Texans last week, bro. Tied the Texans. Okay? Jaguars will win this game and be first in the AFC West. All right, moving on. We have the New York Jets playing the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland is coming off a win versus the Carolina Panthers and Baker Mayfield. The Browns might be legit this year. The Browns might be a top team in the AFC. Gotta watch out for the Browns. The Jets are coming off a loss. But listen, who do the Jets play? They played the best team in the NFL. That's what happens when you go against the best. You take that L. Alright? I still don't believe in Jacoby Brissett. I have the New York Jets. New York Jets beating the Cleveland Browns. Moving on. We have the game of the week. Revenge season. Miami Dolphins take it on the Baltimore Ravens. This is going to be a good game. This is going to be a good game. You have the worst quarterback in the NFL going against the best quarterback in the NFL. Lamar Jackson versus Tua Tagovailoa. Alright? It's going to be a good game. Revenge season. We lost to them last year because of injuries. We're fully healthy. We are fully healthy this year, okay? And guess what? It's not in Miami. Alright? Lamar, listen. The only reason we lost last year was because of the referees. Remember that, Dolphins fans? Your offensive lineman, Kareem Hunt, scored a touchdown. The only reason we lost last year to the Dolphins was because it was in Miami. Lamar Jackson has never been to Miami before. It was his first time playing in Miami. It was hot.
They then are only half a game back, and they're in last place right now. End zone picked off.
Okay? And also, the refs sold us, and we were injured. But this year, this game on Sunday at 1 p.m., the Ravens will beat the Dolphins and go 2-0, first place in the AFC North. We have the Houston Texans taking on the Denver Broncos.
Broncos country, let's ride.
All right, listen, I would say the Broncos win easily, but I also thought that last week, and they lost to Seattle. Geno Smith. Davis Mills is better than Geno Smith. So listen, this is a harder opponent this week, Denver. Hopefully, Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos can lock in this week. But like I said, I think the Denver Broncos will bounce back this week. Russell Wilson will get his first W of the season.
Broncos
1-1. Texans 1-1. Because they got a tie last week. Next game on the schedule, we have the Titans taking on the Buffalo Bills. Bills are coming off a Thursday night win. They beat the Rams. It's not impressive. It's the Rams. They suck. Titans are coming off a loss to the Giants. Why did they lose to the Giants? Saquon Barkley? Derrick Henry did terrible. Derrick Henry didn't do anything. But listen, the Giants have a better defense than the Bills.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
So I believe Derrick Henry will go off this weekend for 3 rushing touchdowns, 200 rushing yards. Titans and Malik Willis beat the Buffalo Bills. Moving on, we have the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Both of these teams are good. Both of these teams are playoff teams. They're both coming off a loss. They are both coming off a loss. Okay? Raiders losing to the Chargers, I expect it. Chargers will be in the AFC Championship this year. Raiders are taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Raiders are good. The only thing that is not good is the quarterback position. And if your quarterback sucks, you're not going to win games. Derek Carr sucks. Alright? I'm getting Matthew Stafford vibes from after week 1. Matthew Stafford vibes. Okay? And Stafford is the second worst quarterback in the NFL. That should tell you something. That should tell you something. But Raiders will bounce back this week. They're taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals got blown out by the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. Not so good. Not so good. But the Cardinals will also bounce back this week. Kyler Murray is going to go off. Hollywood Brown is going to go off.
Run up inside. That's where you have to get him.
Jackson rolls, throws, has a man inside the 10 and dropped it again.
Like I said, Cardinals-Raiders going to be a high-scoring game. If you have Devontae Adams in fantasy, start that man. If you have Hollywood Brown and Kyler Murray, start both of them. I have the Cardinals winning on a field goal. Cardinals 1-1 on the season. Raiders starting off with an L start. 0-2 to start the season. Raiders, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, the Broncos lost to the Seahawks, but the Broncos won this week. The Broncos are winning this week. We have the Bengals taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Bengals are coming off a Week 1 loss. Yes, a Week 1 loss to who? The Pittsburgh Steelers. Cowboys are also coming off a loss to the Buccaneers. The only reason the Cowboys lost last week is because of Dak Prescott got injured. If Dak never got injured, they would have beat the Bucs. But now Dak is out 10 weeks. Cooper Rush. I don't even know who that is. Oh, he's mid. Amazing. That's all I gotta hear. Dak Prescott's injured. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Cowboys beat the Bengals. Week 2. Bengals are 0-2 to start the season off. Listen, I can explain. Cooper Rush, not a good backup quarterback. But listen, I think you forgot who their running back is. Zeke Elliott. And if Derrick Henry can carry his team to a win with Ryan Tannehill, I think Zeke Elliott can carry Cooper Rush and the Cowboys to a win. Moving on to the NFC games of the week. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers facing the New Orleans Saints. Bucks are coming off a win to the Cowboys. But listen, the Bucks barely beat the Cowboys last week without Dak Prescott. If Dak Prescott would have played, the Cowboys would have beat the Bucks. Okay? But listen, I like the Bucks right now. Tom Brady looks washed. That's good. Brady looks washed. He should have retired last year. Leonard Fournette looks good. Mike Evans looks good. Julio is in his prime. Like I said, we're on the Bucks versus Saints game. Bucks are coming off a good win. Saints are also coming off a win. Was it a good win? But the Saints got the win against the Falcons. Listen, it's up to Alvin Kamara. If Alvin Kamara plays, Saints win. If Alvin Kamara does not play, Bucks win. Okay? I don't like injuries. I'm just gonna listen. I think Kamara plays. Alvin plays, Saints win. I got Saints beating Bucks. Bucks fall to tied for second in the division. Moving on, you have the Carolina Panthers going against the New York Giants. Giants are coming off a win against the Titans. A really good win. Saquon looks like he's back. Saquon looks like he's back to being a top 10 running back. Carolina Panthers, on the other hand, lost to the Browns last week on a field goal. By a field goal. But, listen, McCaffrey did terrible last week. I think it's going to be the battle of the running backs and quarterbacks this week, okay? McCaffrey, good running back. Saquon is good. McCaffrey's a top 3 running back. Saquon's like a 7-8 type running back. Daniel Jones, a top 15 quarterback. Dak Prescott, a top 15 quarterback. Both of these quarterbacks better than Joe Burrow.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
Okay? Both of these quarterbacks are like that. I feel like it's going to come down to who has the better D.
What do you mean by that?
Who has a better D, the Panthers or the Giants? Panthers. Just because of the defense, okay? But it's whoever plays the best D, because the offenses are going to go off, all right? They have good... Both of these teams have one of the best offenses in the NFL. Huh? They both have a good receiving core.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
They have a top 15 quarterback.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Both of them. And they have good running backs. Okay? They have terrible O-lines, though. Okay? These teams are the exact same. These teams are the exact same. Same quarterback, same running back, McCaffrey a little bit better. Terrible
I
O-line,
called
good
it.
receiving core. Whoever has the best defense. I don't know. I think the Panthers have a better defense because I can name more players on that team, on the defense. I can't name you one player on the Giants defense. I can't. James Bradbury, he left. Leonard Williams, actually. Leonard Williams is good. But besides that, the rest are nobodies. Moving on! We have the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are coming off a loss to the Saints. Saints are really good. Alright? Falcons barely lost to the Saints. Rams are coming off a loss against the Bills. Why did the Rams lose? Because their quarterback is terrible. They have no run game. That's why you lose. If you want to beat the Bills, you got to run it down their throats.
What do you mean by that?
Rams are coming off a loss. I think the Rams bounce back. I think the Rams win on a field goal. Okay? Rams will win on a field goal. Okay? This Rams-Falcons game is going to be a flashback to the Rams-Bucks last season, chat, okay? Alright? This is the kind of game you're going to get this year, chat, versus the Falcons and Rams. Rams win, okay? Falcons lose. I have the Seahawks going on to beat the worst team in the NFL. Yes, the worst team in the NFL, the 49ers. The 49ers are officially the worst team in the NFL. They have a terrible quarterback. They have a wannabe Colin Kaepernick. Trey Lance, you are not Colin Kaepernick, little bro. You suck. You have no running backs. Actually, you do have a running back, Deebo Samuel. But listen, you have no receivers. Deebo says he's a wide receiver, but runs the ball. Play your position, you might win a game. Alright? You're running. You're a running back, Deebo. Catch the ball. You're a receiver. Play your position. Seahawks beat the 49ers. We have the Bears going against the Green Bay Packers. Okay. Bears are coming off a shocking win versus the 49ers. The Packers are coming off a loss to the Vikings. Packers don't got receivers, and that's sad. I feel bad for Aaron Rodgers. Packers defense I thought was good too, but they're not. But the Packers will win, okay? There's no way Rodgers loses to the Bears.
Right on cue, Joe.
Rodgers has never lost to the Bears in his whole entire career. Never lost to the Bears. He owns the Bears, okay? That's where his celebration comes in. He will do it this weekend. Beat the Bears. Packers are back in playoff contention. All right, last game of the weekend. This might be the game of the week. It's either Ravens-Dolphins, Cardinals-Raiders, or Eagles-Vikings. Vikings look good. Vikings look good. Justin Jefferson looks good. Jalen Reagor return. Okay? Kirk Cousins looks good. Dalvin Cook looks good. That Vikings D looks good. Eagles are one of the best teams in the NFC as well. These are two top teams in the NFC going at it, bro. Jalen Hurts, good. They have no running backs, which is fine. A.J. Brown, W. Devontae Smith sucks. He has 0 catches, 0 fantasy points. Defense is nice. Listen, Vikings beat the Eagles only because of one player, Jalen Reagor. Jalen Reagor.
To catch the ball, and Rager has one go through his hands once. That's 2.
Got traded from the Eagles to the Vikings. Jalen Reagor got drafted before Justin Jefferson. What does that mean? If you get drafted before somebody, that means you're better. Jalen Reagor is the reason the Vikings beat the Eagles this weekend. Jalen Reagor knows the plays. He knows the defensive play calls because he played on that team before. Vikings beat the Eagles. Vikings 2-0 to start the season off. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like. Comment down below who you think will win. If your team will win, comment your team and if you're going to win or lose. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.